Our video is on the lack of nutrition in an American diet. Americans consume fewer fruits, vegetables, whole grains, dairy products, and oils than is advised. In addition, approximately 35% of adults are obese, and within 15 years, the number is predicted to rise to over 50%. Over 50% of our daily calories being eaten is sourced from ultra-processed foods, which are low in nutritional value. In addition to that, the average American eats fast food 3 times a week, and that adds to the excess sodium and saturated fat in the American diet.
This also affects both our physical and mental health. On the mental health side, depending on our diet, this will either positively or negatively impact our mood, and having a good diet will also clear brain fog, which allows you to have better cognitive function. This will also help you make smart decisions on tests, school, and just basic decisions throughout the day. Eating a healthy, nutritious diet will also provide you with adequate energy throughout the day so that you can make it through the day and not get sleepy throughout the day. On the physical health side of having a healthy, nutritious diet, it'll help you live longer, improve bone health, and you'll have a better immune disease. It'll also provide you with overall general well-being, and this will keep you healthy and having a longer lifestyle.
To add extra information to those statements, according to Elizabeth Frazo, 4 of the 10 most common causes of mortality in the U.S. includes diet that are deficient in that is deficient in foods high in fiber or excessive in calories, total fat, saturated fat, cholesterol, as well as salt and sodium. These illnesses include heart disease, diabetes, strokes, and cancer. And although these are the top health issues associated, there are other serious health implications that are associated with a poor diet, such as being overweight, hypertension, and osteoporosis. Each of these illnesses has the ability to be fatal to those who have them, so access to good nutrition could be saving our bodies. And for the mental aspect, the term food is fuel does not only apply to the body, it applies to your cognitive function, as Riley was stating. The structure and function of the brain are directly impacted by what you eat. As stated by Courtney Walker, diets high in saturated fats and refined carbohydrates are associated with greater incidence of depression, depressive symptoms, and anxiety. Not only this, in the study Walker references, it was also found that the hippocampus, a center of learning, memory, and emotion, is negatively affected by a diet that is high in sugar and fats. And these two, the both physical and mental parts, they seem to also work together when it comes to your nutrition. So an example of this is a diet-linked obesity and Parkinson's disease. As Parkinson's disease is characterized by protein clumping in the brain, obesity brought by nutrition may make these protein clumps more likely to form.
Thank you. Now, why people may be eating this way. People around the world eat fast food and processed foods. However, America has the highest selection and concentration of fast food places. Due to that, Americans may eat this way due to food insecurity. Fast food is often seen as a cheap and convenient way to get meals in, and fresh food may not be available. Some people have different definitions of nutritious meal, and some aren't in the mental or physical state to feed themselves. Not only that, but the biggest reason people may eat that way is, according to biology, the human body craves foods that are high in fat, sugar, and carbs. People are around fast food all the time just due to the busy urban lifestyle that most Americans live, and due to a lack of time to sit down and make a home-cooked meal, people may find themselves eating out more often. This is a problem again because the fast food industry makes foods that are very calorically dense, leaving people unsatiated while ingesting a whole day's worth of calories. The food is hyper palatable and will leave you craving the high sugars that may be in the drinks, high carbs that may be in the buns and tortillas that you eat, as well as high sodium and fat in all these foods.
In addition to that, it's also like fast food is very advertised and it's very convenient. Like I said, it's cheaper, as well as there's delivery service ways such as like DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that makes fast food so easily accessible to people, so they consume it a lot more.
And now we're going to talk about solutions to solve this problem. Mm-hmm. And the first thing is you have to recognize that it's a problem. So just starting early education and like our elementary, middle, and high school kids, and teaching that it's a problem. Our elementary school kids, they're taught that smoking and drugs and alcohol are bad, But once they get into high school and college, they like just forget everything that they learned, and they just go back to they just go and do it anyways, knowing that it's bad for them. But because they were taught it was bad when they were a kid, and so like they don't really know the actual impact it has for real because they're not like well versed in the knowledge yet. So just keeping up education in high school.
Another solution is being able to cook your own food. So like when you go to the grocery store and are picking out your groceries, you're able to know what's going to be in every meal that you eat, and you're able to better balance your diet that way.
Another thing is like destigmatizing food assistance. So for a lot of people dealing with food insecurity, they don't have access to fresh food or they can't afford it. So a lot of times like they would end up using government assistance, such as like maybe like SNAP or like EBT and stuff like that. So I feel like if we destigmatize some of those things, people wouldn't be eating such like easily accessible like fast food meals, and they'd actually go grocery shopping and use that because they don't feel so ashamed to have that, to eat healthy.
And then the final thing is that it's okay in moderation, just like everything in life. However, if you do find yourself out busy and stuff like that, be mindful about the healthy options you can order at these fast food restaurants. Many people just look at a burger; it's easy to eat in a car, drive, like whatever. But take an extra 5 minutes. A lot of places have salads, fruit bowls, stuff like that you can order from. And although they're not as good as cooking your own meal, they're a lot better for you than eating the fatty and greasy foods that they mostly advertise.
And also, you can also like try to grow your own food, and I feel like that can also be like a good hobby or something to do, like keep you well, like both mentally and physically, like get up and go do this and like be calm and plant your vegetables, and then you can also eat them. So then it's also like a rewarding thing that you can do for yourself, both like mentally and physically.